Did you know that over 3.6 billion, that's with a B, billion people use social media? And that's a lot of people. And with so many people using social media, it's no wonder that so many people want to grow their following. But is that really the most important thing? In this episode, we're going to talk about why followers aren't the end-all be-all and why it's more important to focus on creating great content and engaging with your audience. Hi friends, I'm Katie Brinkley and you're listening to a Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. These bite-sized episodes are released every Thursday and are going to give you the latest news and tips in the world of social media that are happening right now. Let's dive into today's Quickcast episode. Welcome to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast episode. Last week, I was talking with one of my clients, and she and I we've been working together for nearly 6 years now, over 6 years now. Holy cow, time's gone by fast. Well, she and I were talking about growing one of her account's followings. And there's been some new people coming into the building. And, when new people come in, there's new ideas. And one of the new ideas was growing the social media following by 1,000 followers a month. And I looked at her and I said, well, ethically, I don't know how we can do that. So let's talk about followings and how many people we have following us on social media, because really, this is one of the biggest things. As I said in the intro, with 3.6 billion people on social media, really, it should feel like we have more followers than we do, right? I mean, we're posting consistently, we're doing the captions, we're doing all the things right, and then the follower count isn't going up. Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode, is how to make sure that that follower count does go up, but really, is that the most important metric to follow? So here are 5 tips to growing your social media following. And the tip number 1 is to create high quality content. Yes, you can't just post a generic stock image and a pretty graphic on social media and expect people to follow you anymore, folks. You have to create high quality content. This really is the most important factor in growing your following. Your content should be visually appealing, informative, engaging. You want people to stop the scroll. And with people, for those of you that listen to the episode on a regular basis, you've heard me say time and time again, when people open up Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're consuming. They're not connecting anymore. So how can you make sure that when someone is consuming the feed and just scrolling and scrolling, that they want to stop the scroll and not just double tap the like, but they want to connect with you, they want to follow you, they want to go on a deeper level with you. And that's by creating high quality content. Number 2 is to use relevant hashtags. Yes, folks, hashtags are still an important factor for your social media strategy. Hashtags work on TikTok, they work on LinkedIn, they work on Facebook. I mean, Instagram is the one where they work the most, but hashtags are important, and it's a great way to get your content seen by more people. When you're using relevant hashtags, your posts are going to show up in results for those hashtags. Think of hashtags as a library, and you go into a library and there's thousands of books. How do you know where you want to go? If you want to go to the history section, you go to the history section, do you want to go to, World War II or Civil War, or, where do you want to go with your history lesson? It's just like a library. You want to make sure that you have the right hashtags saying exactly what your content is about and who you're talking to, because it will help you be found by the right audience. Number 3, you're going to want to post at the right times. The time of day that you post is going to have a big impact on your reach. So what does this mean? You're going to want to post when your target audience is more likely to be online, and you want to post when you have the opportunity to engage yourself. So for me, I know that the best time for me to post is on Monday evenings around 7 p.m. because that's when I have time to engage with my audience. They're seeing my stuff. I'm seeing their stuff. We're having connections being made. Know what time works best for you and your audience, and you will see better results. Number 4, post consistently. The more often that you post, the more likely that you are going to gain followers. However, don't overdo it, or else you will risk annoying your followers. This is why I've been talking so much about the 4-post strategy, my awareness to action strategy. I gave a whole presentation on this at CEX in Cleveland this year. I've spoken with Deidre and the Cap Show community all about this 4-post strategy. 4 posts for me and my clients has really seemed to be that sweet spot. It's just enough to keep people interested in my content. I'm not annoying them, and I'm giving them value every single time I show up. And I'm not getting burnt out on content creation. Now, if you love to create content, if you love doing videos, you love showing up for your community on social media, and you want to do it every day, by all means, go for it. But you have to keep up with it. You have to remain consistent, or else people will move on to another creator. And then number 5, engage with other users. Yes, folks, on social media, you do need to be social. So one of the best ways to grow your following is to engage with other users, and not just any of the other users, engaging with your target audience. Comment, like other people's posts, participate in conversations. Find the hashtags that your ideal audience is using and go engage in those conversations. Scroll through people that follow you that have left comments on your posts. Go over to their account, leave them some comments. Social media is meant to be social. Again, if we want to hop in the DeLorean, go back all the way to 2006 when it was still the Facebook and we had the wall, not the feed. We were showing up, connecting with people. We were showing up and leaving comments on each other's walls, building connections and staying in touch with each other. That's what social media was meant to do. Try to use it that way, and amazing connections are going to be happening for you, and you're not going to get burnt out and overwhelmed. You're going to enjoy being on social media again. I want you all to remember that growing a social media following takes time and it takes effort. Don't expect to see results overnight. Going viral is not a business strategy. It's not. It just keep on creating content, keep creating great content, use the relevant hashtags, engage with other users, and eventually you'll start to see your following grow. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Make sure to subscribe so that you can continue navigating the world of entrepreneurship. And I'd love to hear from you. Please leave the show a review and connect with me on social media. You can find me on Instagram at @IamKatieBrinkley, or connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you're ready to start making some sales on social media, be sure to grab my free guide to selling in the DMs without being spammy. You can get that at katiebrinkley.com. Let's keep taking your marketing to all new heights.